Hey guys, Terence Tam here. Today, I'd like to address a question I get asked all the time, and even from my students at the workshops, is that how much should I be paying for a lead? I get this question all the time, and I'm sure you have that big question. If I advertise on Facebook, how much should I be paying for lead, or how much should I expect to pay for lead, or a question along those lines. So let me shift your paradigm a bit, because I would suggest before you answer this question or get the answer for this question, there is a more important question that you should be asking yourself. And that question is, what can you afford to spend to get a customer? This is a very important question, because it doesn't matter whether you get $5 leads, $50 leads, or $100 leads. What's more important is how much can you actually afford to get a customer? How much can you afford to spend to get a customer? That is the way, the scientific way and the proper way to figure out how much per lead you can actually spend to acquire that customer. All right, so what's important to know in order to answer this question properly is one very important concept that will change the way you look at your business and you look at marketing, if you haven't heard of this concept before. Now, this concept is called the customer lifetime value. So what is the customer lifetime value? So instead of valuing your customer based on a single transaction, you value your customer based on the lifetime that he or she is worth to your business. So for instance, if someone comes in and purchases a product worth $10 from your store, if you look at it from a traditional transactional point of view, of valuation, you value that customer at $10 versus if you were to value a customer that came in once and you know on average they spend maybe $10 per month with you for the next 2 years, they're now valued at $240, which is completely different than valuing a customer based on a single transaction, which is like $10 in this case. So we are talking averages here, because some customers obviously may stick with you for longer time, some customers may stick with you for shorter time, but it's just important to find out the average of that to determine how much you can afford to spend per customer. So let's do a little exercise to help illustrate this properly. It's just a silly exercise, but I hope it helps to get the point across. So let's imagine, right, there's this $1,000 Amazonia banana, right, which you can see here on the screen. And why is it $1,000? It's because it's got tremendous health benefits, okay? If you eat a banana regularly, you look younger, you burn fat without going to the gym, and you put on muscle without painful hours at the gym, okay? So you look like a goddess or god, a Greek god, once you take this Amazonia banana for a period of time. All right, so that's why it costs $1,000. Now, and also why it costs $1,000 is because it's guarded by this fierce warrior called Xena, right? So in order to acquire the bananas, you gotta get through her, and if you try and steal those bananas, she's gonna cut off your head, which is why these bananas are so valued. So let's compare the valuations here. So say we have two people that are selling these Amazonia bananas. One is John, and the other is Mary. Okay, so John, the first guy, right? Basically, he's selling the banana for $1,000 like everybody else. He profits $500 from each banana. So he figured out, well, I'm profiting $500. I'm willing to pay $300 in marketing to get one customer. So at the end of the day, I take home $200. Okay, fair call, right? That's how most people value their customers and how most people decide how much to spend on their marketing. Now, if Mary understands this whole lifetime value concept, right? So she's thinking, well, one banana is worth $1,000 per transaction. But she's worked out that the average customer, in order to stay young, looking great, will purchase these bananas once a month for the next 5 years. So she worked it out. Bottom line is that each customer is worth $72,000 to her. And she profits $36,000 from each customer on average. So she's figured out, right, I just need to get the customers to start buying from me the first transaction, and on average, they will spend $72,000 with me, and on average, I will profit $36,000. So how much am I willing to spend in order to get this profit of $36,000? Well, Mary could spend up to, say, $15,000, even $20,000 in order to get one customer to buy from her, because she's worked out, on average, the customer is worth $36,000. So when you compare John and Mary, John's willing to spend $200 to get one customer. Mary's willing to spend, like, say, $15,000 to get one customer. Who do you think's gonna get more customers? Of course, Mary, because she's spending so much money on marketing. She will also get more customers, grow faster, and she will place important emphasis as well on getting customers come back with the marketing as well. Okay, so at the end of the day, if there was a fight between Mary and John in this field, in the open market, Mary will hands down beat John every single time, right? So that's the importance of understanding this whole customer lifetime value and how much you are able to afford to spend to acquire each customer. Now, I'm not saying that Mary will spend $15,000 to acquire one customer versus John, okay? That's not the case, but Mary is willing to spend $15,000. That is the difference, right? So don't say Mary is like using poor marketing, that's why she's spending $15,000. That is not the point of this, okay? The point is that she can allocate a bigger marketing budget, and subsequently she can acquire more market share, acquire more customers, and grow faster. Now, how does this apply to speakers? If you're a speaker, and that's a lot of the market I serve, right? How does this apply to you as a speaker? Now, most speakers I speak to, they value their customers based on a transactional value. So they think, well, my first seminar is worth $200. Okay, and that's what I'm charging people to attend my seminar. So I just want to break even on this, right? I just want to spend $200 to get a $200 customer, and hopefully I will, maybe do some upsells after that. Okay, or even worst case, some of them actually say, all right, I'll only spend $100 so I can make $100 profit. Okay, so that is valuing customers on the transactional value. Whereas those speakers that I work with that really grow the business, they value their customers on a lifetime value basis. So here's how they do it roughly, right? So first seminar is also $200. Second seminar is $1,000. Maybe they have a boot camp that comes after the second seminar, right? That's $3,000. And then they got a coaching program that's, goes on for 6 months, that's worth like $5,000. So maybe they work out on average, each person that comes for the first seminar, ends up spending $4,500 with them as a customer lifetime value, right? So in this case, they'll be willing to spend more to acquire a single customer. In this case, once they understand this concept, they might be saying, well, I'm willing to spend $1,500 to acquire one customer. And even though I lose money even on the first seminar and second seminar, I know that on average, with all my programs, I will make more money. I will make basically 3x what I spend in my marketing on average. Okay? So that's how these speakers are able to grow their business rapidly, okay? Because they are willing to spend much more on marketing. They're willing to get bigger rooms. They're willing to fill up their rooms with more people because they just have that capacity with this bigger budgets. So I hope that makes sense to you. And, I hope this whole quick video really helped you to understand the whole thing about customer lifetime value and how much you should be spending to acquire one customer. If you like this video, please comment, like, or share, and please reach out if you have any further questions. Love to hear from you. Thanks.